Good evening, gentlemen. Sunday night, Super Bowl's on. I don't have that kind of TV, not super into the ball sports, but if you guys are watching that, awesome. Hopefully our Kansas City Chiefs are doing it right. But I meant to get on here sooner this weekend, but this weekend is now here and now, so here we are. Title of this, if you looked, breathing. Are we doing it correctly? As I inch into this yoga and the dude reset and wanting to do all this stuff, I keep talking to a few guys, and what I really want to do is very, very basic foundation work before we get into some of that yoga stuff, because there's so much to it, but we can break it down super, super simple. So today, what I would like for you to do, if you're sitting, find a comfortable sitting position, sit tall. If you're standing, stand tall. Take a normal breath, just breathe. We're just going to bring our attention to our breath, all right? Normal in, normal out. Let's do it again, normal in, normal out. Now let's take a really big breath, big as you can take it. Huge. Now let it all out. Okay, now what'd that look like? Because this is now where we're going to start learning. So when you took a big, deep breath, was it like that? Lifting in the shoulders. Well, if that's how you did it, it's wrong, and that's okay. I was doing it wrong my whole life until yesterday. So what we're doing is, there's so much to talk about in this. So if you're going to cut in and cut out of this video, cool. You're probably breathing wrong. We're filling up our chest. That's not where it goes. Let's see if I can do. Here we go. So if you're sitting tall, that's not doing it right. You want to sit, inhale, let that belly get big. That's exhale. Inhale and exhale. And what that's doing is your lungs are right here. That's where your lungs are. Your lungs aren't up here. This is where your lungs are. And whenever they put your monitor on your heart and they say take a deep breath, we think we want to do it there. So now, quick, if you're still with me, cool, you're breathing wrong. Don't do this. Breathe through the belly. Think, I don't know what the word is. Think laterally out of the belly. But what we're doing when we're breathing in to the belly like that is, one, we're saturating our blood flow. We're saturating our system with oxygen, and we're using our diaphragm. Most important thing. I could probably structure this stuff just a little better, and that's fine. But we're actually using our diaphragm. So I'm a mouth breather. I've got horrible neck, shoulder pains. I've got sinus issues, always have. I can breathe through my nose, but I've always got to have some kind of pressure. So mouth breathing, and then sleeping at night, slack jaw. So this tightens up these jaw muscles. They shoot up the sides, your temple muscles. They're the ones that shoot down when you see like this. That's all stuff in your neck, you know? And so when we're doing that, we're actually, our neck, our back and shoulder muscles, they're not breathing muscles. Breathing's in, breathing's out. Not up and down. It's out and in and out. And so concentrate. We're going to have some lessons on this, but I wanted to start. We have to start with the breath. Everything goes through the breath. So as you're sitting, as you're standing, and you catch yourself, it doesn't matter. I've corrected myself no less than 1,500 times today. Get sitting right. Use your structure. And then fill your guts up. We always want to think we want to keep our tummy tight because it looks fit, makes us look fit or whatever. But when we're breathing, we want to use the diaphragm, because that's the muscle that's pushing the air in and then extracting it all out. And if we're not doing that, then we're staying up at the top of our lungs, right? And then we go into some psychology stuff. We stay in our fight or flight in our brain because we're not getting the right process, the right frequency, the right balance. So we're going to start there today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Sunday. Let's work on some posture. Try to keep the jaw closed. Try to keep that breath coming in. And there again, if you're a chest breather, mouth breather like I have been, I was almost an athlete for most of my life, and you get done sprinting and you want to bend over and just get as much air in as you can. And I've been working recently, but I keep trying. I'm working, so I'm finding new information, and doctors I'm going to are sending me to different things to learn more things. So, like I said, you guys can check all this stuff out. I'm just streamlining the process for you. But try that, because I've noticed a big difference. You get right, and if you have, especially if you've got neck and shoulder pain, if you work at a computer, whatever the scenario is, most of us carry tension in our neck. Most of us need more massage work than we're, too proud to admit or whatever. But I think I've cracked the code in my pain realm. I've had a couple of nerve bundles here, and then up here, and I was working them and breathing into them today, and it felt like a real knife, was in my neck, like paralyzing, hurt, painful. But the breath does so much. You can breathe, and we're going to get into more and more of this stuff. But if I'm saying breathe, take a full breath, release it all. If I start this stuff and we're taking wrong breaths, me included, we're not doing it right. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to do things right. Everything we've done up to this point maybe hasn't been the rightest thing ever. This is Dude Reset, so let's learn to breathe. Step one, right? Got to build everything on a solid foundation. Hope you guys are well. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me, hit me up anywhere. But breathing, are we doing it right? Nope. See that? The shoulders aren't even moving. And I'm getting huge. I can feel it. And you do that, and then you can, if you get a little lightheaded, that's okay. Enjoy it, because you're not going to hurt yourself doing this. But there again, gentlemen, if we've been doing it wrong, let's learn the right way to do it. And it's that simple. And I will bring you as much information as I can from the best sources ever. If you guys want any leads or like, where'd you see that? Or I don't understand what you're saying, clarify. But yeah, I've been working on it, and I'm going to keep working more. I was going to go today, and I didn't see one, to be honest. A Walmart. I was going to try to get some breathe strips. They've got different kinds and different things, but I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to try to do some mouth tape, maybe a mouthpiece, because posture and breath and it's so important, and we can add to this as we're talking. And pain causes stress, stress causes pain. If you're in pain, you got stress. You don't have to ask that question. So all of us can take a little stress out of our lives. And so the first thing that can do that is our breath. And hopefully this week I'm gonna be a little funky for a couple days, but hopefully we can build into this. And I am going to continue showing up. So just practice that breath. Use the diaphragm. That's amazing, right? They say that it's like free divers, people that don't use scuba gear and they just dive on their own breath. And then I learned this in middle school years ago for when you're singing, that, you're up in a choir, you don't want everybody up there at different times taking big breaths, doing this. So it makes sense, but I never knew the why. And I learned the why finally. I'm 43 years old. Like, I just learned the why. So we need to use that diaphragm muscle. We need to draw that air in, and we need to force it out. We're not like a kind of a water system or a hydraulic system where we can just open our mouth and air is just gonna balance in and balance out. That's not how it works. So if we're staying up in the top part of our lungs, it automatically starts affecting our brain, and then it keeps going from there. So if you're a shoulder sleeper, you got shoulder pain, neck pain, let's go on a little healing journey together. If you're all good there and you're like, man, I'm all right, but that breathing thing's cool, like, let me know. But yeah, it's already worked wonders for me. I went to the chiropractor the other day, the first time I've gotten any actual real-time relief in my neck area. And so things are working, but you got to do the work, man. We can't do the same things over and over and expect new stuff to happen, because it won't. The same thing's going to keep happening. So, so breath. We're going to start from the breath, and then we're going to start moving. And Yeah, I've been driving a bunch today, so I didn't get a chance to get to the moving video, but in the drive, I came up with this. If we're not breathing right, then the movement is irrelevant. So, guys, enjoy your Sunday. Make this week worth it. Start breathing right and see what you start feeling like. You're gonna feel different. You're gonna get that air and that oxygen out to the fingertips, and down to those toes. So if you stand a lot, make sure you're stretching. If you sit a lot, make sure you're stretching. And like I said, we're gonna get into some of that. So I don't want to take up y'all's evening. Appreciate you. Hope everybody's having a prosperous opportunity to get some, man. Before I go, good vibes right now. They're going to maintain good vibes, but I want to put this on record so I can reference it. I probably watch these videos more than you guys do, but I gotta witness a real quitter in life, just real recently, and it's a bummer. And you get to hear people in the social media world talk, "Oh, I'm doing this," or "Oh, I'm doing that," and people, it's like they let those little voices start taking over, and it's like, "Oh, this, oh, that, I'm not going to go walk today," or "I'm not going to go to the gym," or "I'm not going to get up and do whatever that thing is that you don't want to do that you need to." And people get to that point, they're like, "Heck yeah, I'm doing the thing." And then when it gets hard, or the weather changed, or this or that, and it's like, that's the important time to stay committed to yourself. Because this individual has reverted right back to all of their bad habits that they were doing before all of this started. And it's sad. It's sad to witness that mentality. I don't have that. I'm not the best at anything. And I've definitely had my fair shares of screw ups and quits and walk offs and F this and F that's. But at the end of the day, I always show up, and I always put my best foot forward. And when that doesn't happen, that's okay. But that's when that man in the mirror is the most important person to talk to. So don't ever quit on yourself. Don't let the voices win. Don't take the sip. Don't take the drink. If you're trying to quit smoking, don't light it up. Don't pack the can if you're trying to quit dipping. Like dudes, we can do all this stuff ourselves. And when that little voice takes over, we failed. We failed ourselves. We failed those people around us. And that's okay, just as long as you know that and you can make that conscious choice. Because the little voice in your head, that's not the one you want to listen to. So anyway, don't be a flipping quitter. Guys, we only get one life to live. Don't hide behind a bottle. Don't hide behind a cheeseburger. God, there's so much to this stuff. But anyway, hope we're breathing right, and we're going to get together hopefully a couple times this week for some movement, guys. I know it's one of those things, but this dude reset is it's more than meets the eye, as they say. So blessed Sunday. I'm going to smash this giant bowl of oatmeal because it's getting late and I don't want to have something heavy on my tummy all night. But breathing. See, even as I'm sitting here talking, it happens. You just get in that lung. So, and when you get stressed, you're in traffic, red light, whatever's happening, this is when you get to do that stuff. So I don't want to do a breathing exercise right now, but we're going to. So start practicing breathing into your guts. Relax your guts. Let that fill up. Push that air in. Use that diaphragm to expel all that air out. You guys are awesome. I got 34-27 on the Chiefs here, so we'll see if we... I don't bet, but boy, if I did, I'd probably slay today. Anywho, hope y'all are good. Be good. Breathe right. Breathe with purpose. Breathe with intention. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Get some, gentlemen.